We were sad to leave our little home, but we packed everything up. I had a little more luggage since I had winter clothes as well, my laptop, and a lot of camera gear. We had a little outdoor seating area just outside the kitchen window where we spent many mornings eating breakfast. The ferry ride was average, but on the final leg to Olib, the ferry was almost empty. This was good news for us because we wanted to go somewhere quiet with less tourists. The roads here are tiny, so most vehicles are golf carts or smaller, like this scooter towing a cart full of our luggage to our place. We are on Olib now. We just got in, our ferry made a couple other stops, and the place we're staying, a guy picked up our luggage in a little scooter with a basket on the back. It's pretty funny. I was kind of afraid my bag is gonna break his cart because it's so heavy with all the electronics in there and everything. But I guess we're gonna walk up and go inside. It's a tiny little island. We're gonna try to explore as much as we can. We're gonna walk around everywhere. It should be a lot of fun. Water is beautiful here. It's really shallow, so all the sand just makes it really blue. It's pretty nice. We just got into our place. Here's the bedroom. Our backpacks. All you need. What's interesting about European beds is it's always... Oh wait, I think this is actually one bed. It's usually like two mattresses stuck side by side. But this place has some really nice views. We went up to the rooftop. I'll show you the rooftop later. I might get a time lapse up there. Here's the bathroom. Typical bathroom. I think it has the two buttons for the flushing. I like the two buttons. Makes sense here because, well, here's a kitchen because there's no water system here. I guess he says the water that's used here is caught from the rain from the rooftop. So we are not supposed to drink out of this. We do dishes from it. And we have to go buy water at the store. So there's 1.5 liters in there now. But I always feel like that's a priority for me because I need water all the time. But that's why there's different flushing buttons based on what you need, because there's a limited supply of water. I wonder how much water is stored here. Hello, we are still on the island of Olib, and today we're going to head out to the northern beach. So since we got here the first day, we hit the beach just northeast of us, and then yesterday we hit the beach to the west of us. Someday we're going to go to the one south of us, but it's a longer walk, so we're going to go in the morning. And today we're going to hit the northern one and kind of explore around there. So let's see what this beach looks like. I bet it'll be nice. This way. That's a really pretty one. We just left the beach. There were a ton of boats there. I was telling Tina that I recorded just random shots of the beach and the boats and everything, but I'm gonna have to go over everything really carefully and make sure there are no topless people or naked people in them, because there was one topless woman at right at the end of the beach here, but I'm pretty sure she's not in any of my shots. But I'm gonna have to be super careful and remind myself to look for those. Usually I'm just looking for swear words and graffiti or something, but now I'm looking for... Oh, yesterday we did see at least one guy who was completely naked. Completely naked. He showed up at the beach wearing jeans, and I was like, hey, gee, that's weird. And Tina goes, oh, he's gonna get naked. Is that what you said? I don't know. She knew right away. And I was just going, why is he in jeans? But yeah, he got completely naked and walked around. But he was well away from us, so that's pretty good. Nice of him. And then we have to walk back now down this corridor of rock walls, and the wind's behind us, so basically if we walk as fast as the wind, we're going to feel absolutely nothing at all. It's not going to be pleasant. So one thing interesting about today's August 21st. 2 years ago I went to Ramona Falls, which was like an alternate trail off the PCT, and I was heading back to the PCT where I got off. And I bumped into Pocket Rocket all by herself. It was early in the morning. And I remember telling her how beautiful the falls looked. And then I think she started making fun of how old I am right away. Or maybe it was later that day. I don't know. She started making fun of me about my age later. But yeah, so we met exactly 2 years ago. So after I met her, she went on to Ramona Falls and I went north along the PCT. And I figured she would get through Ramona Falls and get past the PCT alternate trail intersection there before I got there. So I thought I wouldn't see her again. Well, I kept going. I guess she took a break, but I didn't know that at the time. Well, I kept going and wound up going up some hill, as there are. There were a lot of switchbacks, and I remember going up and I saw Dr. Pepper down below. I actually met him near a bridge where I was collecting water, like underneath the bridge, but he was going, and I didn't know what country he was from at the time. And then I look down and I see Pocket Rocket coming up, but then I thought she would surely pass him because he's pretty slow and she's much faster, but she wound up stopping and talking to him for a while, and I thought, huh, that's weird. And eventually actually she passed him and caught up to me, and then we hiked the rest of the day together. So that was pretty nice. So we got to talk, learn about each other, and then eventually we actually stayed overnight at a lake. And when we got there, I jumped in my tent right away because mosquitoes are so bad. I don't know how she manages, but she stayed outside for a little while. But we talked. So I think she woke up first and went on her way. And this was right before Cascade Locks. After camping at the lake is Cascade Locks, pretty much right away. So later that night, I went to Cascade Locks. We actually both stayed at the same motel / RV park, which is pretty close to the restaurants there. But I didn't know it. I didn't know where she was. She didn't know where I was. I did laundry in the laundry room. She did her laundry in the laundry room. But we kind of missed each other and over. I even went to the grocery store. She went to the grocery store. And I even went to the restaurant across the street. But never saw her that whole time. But then after that, I actually had to, I was taking a bus to go to Portland to visit my friend. So the next morning I went up early for that. And then we pretty much didn't see each other until the following year when she was actually working in Los Angeles. And then I happened to be heading that way. And I was going to drive the PCT, sort of. So we met up at Anza Borrego, and that was that. It's pretty nice. So this is our 2-year anniversary. We're gonna go to a little restaurant. We were there 2 nights ago, and then she had short-haired squid. That was her first squid ever, and I gotta say that was the best squid I've ever had. And I've eaten a lot of squid in my life. I'm gonna order that tonight because I was super jealous of her squid. I had a fish, and it was good. that squid was better. I forget the name of the restaurant. I'll show you a map and the name here somewhere. But last 2 days ago when we got there, I guess you have to have reservations to get the good tables where you can watch the sunset and everything. So we didn't know about that, so we sat kind of inward. But it was still a good spot. But for today, we did get reservations. So hopefully we'll get a table right outside. Our reservations are for 7, so we'll get there just before sunset. Sunset's around 7:55 now. So yeah, it'll be real nice. So we're gonna go back and clean up and have a snack first. Once we get past these endless walls of rock, it's crazy. There's Tina way ahead, and as you can see, more of the same. The town of Olib on this island is actually right in the middle, or kind of in the middle, and there's these little road-like things that branch out here and there, and there's a lot of intersections, and it's very odd. But I don't know why there's so many of these walls everywhere. But we both felt sorry for the people who actually had to build them. Hopefully they did it in the wintertime. Good morning, it's another day. This time we're heading towards a beach on the southern end by the church, something Nikolai. I'll have to look it up. But of course I'll have to show you maps anyway where we're going. And I'm hoping this morning, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have a map and I'll draw lines of everywhere we've been. It won't be the exact routes we took, but it'll be a good demonstration of, like, I don't know. We gave this island a pretty good exploring as much as we could. We don't want to go bushwhacking at all and get all scratched up. Think so? Here's a sign. It's Latina. Okay, we're lost. Send help. No, it's a very small island. It's can't really get too lost. I think we're at the church now. It's in really good condition. The roof looks newer, the walls are nice, gutter's nice. Huh. And I see the water. I see one boat, there's a pier, building, looks like a table. Wow. All kinds of stuff. Well, I bet the boat's for the guy who goes and collects the money. Here's the church at the beach. It's really odd. Most of it's in good condition. Check out the very top. You can actually see the bell fell off the holding thing. It's just sitting on some logs. But most of it's actually in really good condition. The doors, pretty nice. Just curious, like, who comes here for service? If they have service here. The most unique thing to me about Olib is that they have no fresh water supply. They rely primarily on rain, and most houses have cisterns with gutters that catch all the rain. In the middle of town by the church is a huge concrete plaza with the sole purpose of catching rain and directing it to a storage area. When the rainwater runs out, they have to pay for water to be brought in. It really reminded me of places on the PCT in the desert that had such devices. By the way, the little store near their church had the most amazing bread you will ever have. It was only 7 kuna, so we had one every morning we were there. I miss it so. I found this little guy dove down there. This is the most whole sea urchin shell I have ever seen, well, in person, but I don't know if this camera will get it in as good a focus up close. But and check out the little inside. There's little loops inside. They're all there. There's like none of them broken, totally intact. And the texture of the outside is weird. It's like I don't know, not spiky, but I don't know how you describe it, but it's pretty cool. Try not to drop it because I don't want to shatter it. But it's all still green. We think it's going to smell if you try to take it inside. So we're going to leave it out in the sun somewhere so it bleaches out. And I bet it's going to look really cool once it gets all white. But pretty cool. Small guy too though, but yeah. We're back at our favorite restaurant. We ordered iced coffee before our ferry ride in an hour or so. And look at this monster that came up. Of course, I have to have these guys. I took 2. Monster, I bet it's gonna be delicious. This is what I've been craving for so long. Ooh, fancy glass straws. Today was our last day in Olib. We are leaving in about 30 minutes on that ferry. It's the Minotaurs. I'll show you a video of it. We can see it from here when we had our iced coffee, but it's a really nice island. The town is right in the middle of the island, so you can kind of walk to all the beaches and the different sides. And we went to one just on the west. It's super close, and there was nobody there, and it was a pretty nice beach. I mean, there's no white sand like some people want, but it's a really nice beach, and there's plenty of shade because it faces north, so that's a huge plus. Other than that, that's all for this island. Yeah, we spent 4 nights here, so I feel like we explored the island pretty well without getting super scratched up or lost, which is good. Well, that's it for the island, and we're heading back to Sadar, so we're going to stay there a night, and then we're heading over towards Split, and then we're heading towards Dubrovnik. So it'll just be traveling for the next couple of days, but the next video hopefully will be about Dubrovnik. I already downloaded the a Pinterest linked website with all the Game of Thrones shots, so I'm not gonna like reenact them, but I'm gonna go check them all out. So I expect to spend at least 2 days there exploring. I don't know. The article said 1 might be rushed, so I'll probably spend 2 and go all out nerd. Talk to you later. Bye. All the way over there, I'll zoom in, is where we just had our coffee. That's where we had our dinner. And in fact, those green umbrellas, best dinner ever there. super awesome squid and everything else. I think is pretty good. So definitely, if you come to Olib, go there and check out these people out in the water. Water's so clear.